Hey everyone, welcome back to Auburn Clare Beauty, and I have a first impression video again today. I went shopping on ultabeauty.com online looking for some different things that, again, trying to look for items that you can't find in the store but are offered online from Ulta. And I'm an eyeshadow palette freak. I mean, I don't obviously have as many as a lot of the YouTubers out there that you see who do whole clean outs of their makeup and stuff. But for me, for an average person, I got a lot of palettes, but I love them. I do. But what I didn't have was a blue palette. I have a lot of palettes with blues in them, but by and large, the blues are always like on the teal side, so they have a lot of the yellow undertones, give them that kind of greenish hue. Very beautiful, but I wanted something that had more the cooler side of blues, like an ocean blue or periwinkle, that kind of thing that has more of the red undertone, so going more to the purple side of things versus the green side of things. But the kicker was I really didn't want a big palette. Morphe, I've played around with it just a little bit at the store, but I've never used it. But Morphe has a really nice blue palette, just what I'm looking for, but it's big. It's like yay big. It's a bigger palette, and I'm like, I'm not going to use blues that often that it's worth my money, even at the great price point that it is, to buy that palette. At least I say that now. Maybe I'll like what I bought so much that I want to get more colors in that kind of shade range. But for right now, I'm like, eh. Same with Jeffree Star, his Blue Blood palette. I never tried it, never seen in person, but when it came out, I was stunned. It's beautiful. I love the shape of it. I love the idea. Great piece, especially if you want to display it. That I will say that about his palettes, I've always loved is the creativity behind them in terms of the packaging and the casing of it. I mean, it's a real kind of display piece. But again, especially for the price point, which is good for the pan size and whatnot of his palettes, I don't want to spend that much on something I'm just not going to use that often. So when I was online, I came across these palettes. It's by a company called Nabla, and I had not heard of them, but when I looked them up online, they were, looks like they've been around for a while. They're out of Italy. Again, I just love the stuff I've been getting out of Italy lately. If you haven't seen, I did recently a Skin and Company review on some of the truffle therapy products, skincare products by that company, and they're out of Italy as well. But I went and I found a palette that they make that's part of a collection, newer collection called the Cutie Palettes, and it's a perfect size. It's right here, nice good size, maybe 4 inches by 3.5, something like that, and it has 6 pans in it. From what I've seen, I have not opened this up, so that's why it came, and I've been so excited. But just looking at the packaging color, this is what I'm talking about. This is the blues and stuff that I really wanted. So let's open it up and see what we have. Right off the bat, it's in this plastic casing, which horrible for the environment, but does add a sense of luxury, if you will, to this. This palette was $24 online. Ooh. Okay, when I say ooh, it's the feel. It's not padded, but it has almost a padded like feel to it. And I will say it's heavy. Now, isn't that the odd thing? When we think of luxury, a lot of times if something is heavy, we're like, wow, that's good quality. Well, in fact, it could be a palette with a brick tied to the end of it. That's heavy too. Doesn't mean it's quality. But there is something about weight that denotes quality. And this is weighty. It's very hefty is not a good word, but sturdy, still not a good word. It's rather weighty, it is, and it just feels nice. I'm enjoying just feeling it. All right, let's take a look. Ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh. You know, it's one thing to see it online on the computer and stuff. It's another in person. Look at those colors. Oh, That is stunning. Okay, so I'm going to swatch just a couple of these right off the bat. I'm going to go into that beautiful sapphire blue because that is just screaming out to me. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. And this Quiet Storm, that's that glittery one that was on. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Now here's the one called Air. The one at the bottom right there. A little bit lighter on there. Then we have Marseille. That kind of bronzy tone. And I'm running out of fingers here. Blue Hour. Definitely has some purplish undertones, darker blue. And the last one, Alma. Ooh, white with a shimmery kind of blue to it. That is stunning. That is beautiful. Now, I don't know how they apply. They swatch really pretty. But let's see how they do on the eyes. So I'm going to come up with a look and then I will be back because I want to keep the video somewhat short. I'm going to do a look. I will come back and we'll talk a little bit more. See you in just a moment. All right, everyone, here is the finished look and I love this stuff. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Very easy to put on, very easy to blend. I wasn't quite sure because, you know, blues can be hard to blend, but this was so nice, so pretty. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. I love it. It's beautiful, beautiful. The palette is from the company called Nabla. The palette name is, let me show you the palette again. This is called Midnight. You can get it through the Nabla website. You can get it through, but if you go through the Nabla website, the pricing is in euros. So I recommend going through Ulta, $24 at Ulta. They have a lot of different cutie palettes, like four or five other cutie palettes. They all look beautiful online. Definitely worth checking out, especially if you're like me and you wanted something high quality, the shades you wanted, the colors, but you didn't want something huge. This is a good call. This is a good call. Love this. I'm going to bring you in just a little bit closer to see that eye look just a little bit. Love those shades. So pretty on. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this company before and your experiences with it, because they do have a lot of other products, so I'm very curious about that. Also, if you do like this eye look, let me know in the comments as well if you would like to see a tutorial on how I did that. All right, everyone, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day today wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time on Auburn Clare Beauty. Bye-bye.